Did it load up? No? Yes? No? Stupid internet. Honestly. My internet cut me off. I don't even know what I was last saying to you guys. My internet cut off. Because my internet loves me. My internet loves me, guys. My internet totally agrees with me with everything. Oh. Okay, these guys are getting out. They're very upset with me. Alright, come on. You're not getting out of your pen, okay? I will feed you, but you will not get out of your pen. You're not allowed out of your pen. GG, internet. Anyway, I am going to be ending the stream, even though I just kind of got back. But I am going to show you guys, what I've written so far. And it's very interesting, to be honest. To be honest with you, it is very interesting. Because, what I was saying was, last time I read it to myself, I was like, wow, how did I do all this? Like, how? And so, I was pretty amazed. Anyway, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna feed these guys, and then we're gonna read it to you, and then we're gonna end the stream. So... Harry smashed into the window. What? 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 Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't have any food for you guys. They look impatient with me. Alright, anyway. I'm going to exit full screen. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to find it. I'm going to find the file real quick. So, let me see. Ha. There we go. Whoops. There we go. Let me find it real quick. Let me find the file. First slide bottom. Here we go. So I'm gonna show you guys it real quick because I'm just gonna read it. All right, I'll show it up. I'll show it up on screen. 1 second. All right. So I'm gonna just read this to you guys real quick. Okay. This is the first Light of Autumn film that I'm working on. The film I have not done yet, but I'm currently like writing out the basic storyline of it, and I guess it's going into deep detail. The storyline. I'm sorry, my nose is very irritating right now. My nose does not like me. So I'm gonna read you guys what I have so far. All right. I just want to share it with you guys. So I'm gonna read it. It was a snowy night. Yeah, I'm not gonna highlight it. It was a snowy night in the mountain valley. She waited at the train station for the arrival of where her journey would start. The air was cold and thin, like being on the top of Mount Everest. Where she stood was nothing but stillness, quiet, no sounds. Nothing but the wind. I need to add that. The train station was empty, like the old abandoned ruins, and the buildings looked a bit rusted from its use of time. Just what she liked, old, ancient, and especially anything that related to her family history. Growing up, she never knew about her family. Never knew about anything about her mom, dad, brothers, or sisters, if she had any siblings, that is. She grew up in a foster home in a small town near the top of a mountain valley. Unlike her foster parents and the other foster children, she wanted to venture, explore the unknown, but they didn't. They wanted to stay in the hometown of whatever it's going to be called, and hometown of name, and never leave. It was like staying locked in a tower with no way out. She never wanted to stay that way, so one day it was time for a change. Who is this she, you may ask? Well, her name is Sarah. Scroll down. After what seemed to be the longest wait, she heard the train whistle in the distance. Picking up her suitcase, she took a long last look at the train station and town built behind it. I should put built. Sarah has never left the town in her life, but again, it was time for a change. The train pulled up from darkness of the night and cold, bitter winds, It pulled to a stop with the screeching sounds of the wheels trying to go to the past. It felt like the winds got colder by the second as Sarah took each step towards the train of her future. All aboard! Yelled the man who assists people onto trains. The conductor. I need to rename it. Sarah thought it was pointless for a man to yell, especially since she was the only one there to get on anyway. Ticket please, ma'am, the man said rather bitterly. Sarah wanted to give her ticket, but she felt like a statue. Felt as if something was holding her back. But she managed to pull out her ticket and hand it to the man. He slowly examined it, then looked at Sarah. To the village valley, huh? She nodded lightly. The man scoffed and put the ticket in his coat pocket. Sarah stepped aboard into the cart and took her seat. She looked out the window and could see the dim, blurry lights of a town in the distance. She knew it was time to move on from the past and to a new life, a new journey. The train hissed and slowly started to move. Looking out the window, it was like a life fading away from her, but she knew that her journey to a new life had only just begun. The train ride seemed so long yet so short. Looking out the window, it was like a slideshow of mountains of trees, the ground covered with snow. Sarah thought about what her new life might be like. She was basically moving away from the land she knew most of to the land of the unknown. At least to her, that is. She felt alone, being the only person in the train cart. The sound of the wheels against the track made a galloping sound, almost like a pattern. It made her think about horses. She hoped to see horses of where she was going. Back at the mountains, there was no horses. There were only donkeys. They used donkeys to pull wagons and trailers, or even to get around a little bit quicker. But Sarah just felt that horses are different. Whenever she could, she would go to the library and read every piece of information they had about horses. The library was small, though, as the librarians didn't bother to take in any books that people from out of town wanted to sell to them. They were picky about what the citizens in the mountains could read. The train once again pulled to a stop with screeching wheels. Sarah looked out the window to see a lovely village. The trees were bright green with the summer feeling. It seemed to be a lot warmer than in the mountains. She stepped off the train, taking a deep breath, and she was greeted with the late summer breeze that smelled of flowers, apples, and leaves. It was like fresh air, with a feeling of a new life and a new start. She took a rather long look around the village to know her surroundings a bit better. There were a few small cottages here and there, scattered around like spilt paint. Village folks were walking around, some chatting with friends or family, some going shopping, and some were just standing at the train station, waiting to head off for a journey. The town seemed busy, and almost like a lunchtime rush hour. One of the first things that Sarah loved already was that it seemed more bright, colorful, and happy. Back in the mountains, it was always gloomy, dull, boring, and a bit depressing. Life was always dull then, but she never wanted to live that way. Fade to new scene. Pulling out a rolled up paper, Sarah reads the list of things planned. First on the list, basic things needed. Life, food, shelter, what? Okay, and that's pretty much it. That's it. But that's what I made. That is, wow, my face is really blanked out with the screen there. But that is what I've made. That's pretty much it. I'm still reading that now. I'm surprised I was able to write all of that out. Like, right now, my mind's kind of blank, but I think how I'm able to do this is a shout out to my English teacher, because we do something different than other English teachers, okay, in my school. We read books. We read, and we don't do things like normally English teachers do. So, you're still darker skinned than me. Really? Really? Because to me, I'm just really blanked out. I'm really blanked out. So, why are you describing me? No, you're not boring and depressing, Rory. You are not. Do not think that way. But, that's what I've written out, and I'm actually really proud of it. Which is surprising, because I'm never really proud of things I make. So, I'm really happy about it. So, yeah. And then I had a few ideas for the next scene, but yeah, I want the film to look realistic, like the trailers I've done so far, the teaser trailers. Um, I want it to look like that. I want it to look realistic. I want to use shaders and everything and make it look amazing. So, yeah. And like it's gonna be like kind of like one of those, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It's not gonna be like a modern day where they have the cities and they have all the electronics and the technology we have now. It's not gonna have that in the film. It's gonna be like back in those days, kinda. So, but I think it'll be really cool. Well, the chick is going to be Sarah. I have no idea. I don't know who's gonna be who. But obviously, this is a huge project. It's not gonna be. I don't know whenever I'm gonna have it done. I don't know. I mean, I started this quite a while back, and this is how far I've gotten. So, we have to do a little bit, at a time. So, yeah. But anyway, I am gonna be ending the stream there. I want to thank everybody for joining in. Whoa. Hey, I didn't ask for that. I didn't ask for that. But anyway, I'm going to be ending the stream there. I want to thank you everybody for joining in. And I know this does not look professional at all. But it's part of the old... It's the laptop, okay? It's the laptop. So, anyway, I'm going to be ending the stream there. I will hopefully see you guys later. And yeah, I'm hoping to get more videos done as well. I have some things in mind, so yeah, I will see you guys later. So bye. Boop, 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 boop.